artificially balance the books because the debt of the banks that's collapsing will be so huge that they can't even pencil whoop the books to make it look like they got any chance of keeping their banks intact. We thinking that they operate from January to January. No, that's the illusion they have us under. The fiscal year is the financial year. It's the year that all financial institutions do their books and the balancing of their books in order to be done in order for you to claim taxes come January or February. So that means that the year for the company is a different year from the worker. It's the same thing in religion. The Islamic calendar is not the same as the Christian Judaic calendar or the Judeo-Christian calendar, what I call Greg's calendar, the Gregorian calendar. Okay, so when they can't cover their end of the deal with the IRS, it's over with. Because now they've lost so much money in their banking systems and in their corporate structures that the IRS don't know how to tax nobody. You can't tax people when the people that's collecting the tax go into so far of a deficit that they can barely pay the people. And they needed the people's participation in this shenanigan in order for them to float their system. This ship that they own, right? This ship that they own, this what they call it, citizenship. The citizenship that they own is sinking. That means that their slaves is going to be all floating on the water. Everybody got to salvage themselves so they don't fall victim to the salvage right of the squatters and the squatters' rights for them to reclaim you. So their citizenship is sinking, and every ship is a national. That means every ship that fly a flag has a nationality. Stake a totem pole in your front yard. It don't have to be big. Put a totem pole in your front yard. That's the same as when they told them in Exodus to smear their lampposts in front of their house with the blood for the Passover. Go to the novelty shop, your local flea market, or wherever you can, and get you a little totem pole and put it in front of your house if you from the land. If you are African American that came from Africa, it ain't gonna do you no good no way, so don't even worry about it. So all of you unapologetically Africans, this has nothing to do with you. I'm just talking to the natives from the land, that's on the land, that's reclaiming the land by birthright and by family structure and family order. I'm not talking to the ones that's fighting for reparations, because when we get done killing this system, they're not gonna have anything left to give y'all. They done already lost it all, because they surrendered everything in the Indigenous Rights Act, but we don't know how to read. And so we don't even know they gave us everything back. All we had to do was follow the tribal tradition or the tribal oral tradition and inform the people of the fraud being taking place in your face, behind your back. So while they was doing they dirt in your face, I'm telling you the part that's behind your back. The sorcery, the nefarious magic practices, all this stuff, right? Okay, now, jasmine is a flower, and McCoy is the real deal. If you go back and you look up the real McCoy, you'll find it was in reference to the auto industry, and the real McCoy was the one that you had to have. You couldn't go for the fakery, the fraud. See, this is when Made in America was predicated up on the principles of quality, right? So when the new systems came in and they was lacking in quality, the auto industry came out with a guy last name Deming, who put emphasis on quality over quantity in the production of the automobiles, and they laughed him out of the big three. When they laughed him out of the big three, he went over to Japan and gave it to Subaru, and he ain't never looked back. He got books out on quality and quality control. His last name is Deming. So, where we at now, none of this stuff ain't working. Every trick that they've tried before is not working. Now, I done had some strange events happen in the last couple days. Me and Empress did a video the other day. When I got off the video, I went to lay down to go to bed that night, and it was clear as day. I heard a lady singing opera. It was clear as day. I heard a lady singing opera. The only thing about it is there was no TVs on, there was no radios on, and there was no neighbors playing music. But that lady was singing that's the fat lady. So when the fat lady sing, the stage show is up. And I've been looking at these signs, and it looked like that Macy Gray is going to be the one doing the singing. What's going on, nephew? Yep, he in there. They down in the barber shop. You know where it's at? It looked like Macy Gray gonna sing a song probably at the Olympics. So, which takes me to the next piece of dirt that I don't want to talk about, but I'm obligated to talk about it. We seen Snoop Dogg carrying the blunt torch at the Olympics. And the Olympics started with a drag queen mockery of the Last Supper. Drag queen, cross-dresser, transgender, whatever they was, and one child that symbolizes pedophilia. The reason that is because the 12 disciples is the 12 daughters of Isis, and the one that they call in Jesus is Isis, and the returning of the Christ energy is the mitochondrial frequency of the restoration of the 12 daughters of Isis, and number 13 being the Earth Mother. The Earth Mother sits on what we call it today the Isis seat, but really the name of it is the sacerdotal seat, or the sacred seat of the earth rulership. The sacred seat is the seat that the one with the blood right sits on in order to reclaim everything. This is why they running these psyops, right? Because if they can keep y'all ignorant to the stuff that I'm talking about, you won't never see the dirt that they trying to do, but they can't stop what's coming. They done tried. They done tried every low-down, slime ball, underhand, banana in the tailpipe, backbiting, and deceptive strategy and tactic on us. It's just that I've been inoculated. You can't trick me with that BS. And it don't make me better than nobody. I just use magic different than other people. So, if y'all know Miss Dean from A Walk with the Ancestors on YouTube, send her this video because it's going to answer some questions for her. And my preference for the person that I want to dig into the names, the numbers, and the dates of these people is B-Dale, because I love to watch him work. So tag B-Dale, tag Miss Dean from A Walk with the Ancestors, because I'm not going to dig into it. I didn't want to talk about it. I didn't want to go through all of this. But when I went to go pay my dog feeder and I looked at my cash app, it was $344. I had $187 and it was another set of numbers on there. It was a message. No, it was the percentage of my phone was 74. That's GD. So the 344, meaning that it's a 2-ball cane flip off of an angel from the Blue House, which is Angel Bay flipping to Larry Hoover in a discussion about a situation, but I don't know what the situation is, where they need me to talk about the 187, which is the LA code off of Big Tookie on the Crip line, to tell me that there was a homicide. So I'm listening to the codes and I'm giving y'all what they want me to talk about that I don't want to talk about. I'm sick of this stuff. I'm sick of people being sacrificed, and it's a waste of time now. Now you just killing people because the sacrifices ain't working no more. Now you just killing folk. You just killing indiscriminately now. Your sacrifices ain't working no more. That stuff has been nullified. It's been already overruled by Mama and Son, Isis and Horus, the Crown Prince of Heaven and Earth, and Big Mama. They said it ain't gonna happen no more. It's over with. So you just killing people now only to flip a code. There's no sacrificial value to it no more. All that blood on the dance floor, red bottom shoes, blood on the wall, we raw to the core. Held back by the system, refused to be poor. We know what's going on now. We woke. I look half asleep because I only been up a couple hours, and it take me a long time to wake up and a long time to go back to sleep. So I don't wake up quick and I don't go to sleep quick. But I'm going to tell you this, I'm a quick study. Look, until I settle in and I'm fully woke, I don't smoke no herbs. I don't smoke no herbs. I barely smoke a cigar. All I do is drink coffee, and I wait for my psyche to settle into the 3D so I can see what's going on. And I don't have to like it. Just like I don't have to like doing this video. But I got to tell what the ancestors and the elders is asking me to tell in order for us to connect the dots to break free from the trickery. This is all tricknology of the devil in the first degree, double speak, political jargon BS. And I don't like it, and I don't want to participate in it. Right? So, I need to get back in touch with Miss Dean because I haven't talked to her since we did the video together and we was talking about the fall of the government. Because she did it. It was very, very, very powerful the way she did the video. And then she dropped some receipts at the end. It's only like 20 minutes long, so make sure y'all watch it. And she was telepathically communicating with the girl. And she was talking to her from the other side, and she was talking about the eyes of the cop being some kind of way lit up. That's the activation that she was looking at of a Manchurian candidate. His activation code was the blood of Jesus. That's what made everything go south. She was relying on her spiritual training from her Christian elders that got her dealt with harshly by these forces. They did that on purpose. They know what they doing the same way they sent them Zingies, them Negroes went and got Emmett Till and blamed it on the pale faces. Wasn't no goddamn pale faces. Them was the people we've been fighting the whole time that look like us, but they not us. And they've been hiding behind pale faces. They've been finding patsies. If you find out where that term come from, it'll make a lot more sense why we use it. But they've been finding patsies to take the fall that don't look like us, so we'll always be looking at the wrong people as the actual enemy, while the actual enemy is standing right next to us talking about black power, brother, and kill Whitey all the time. This nigger Whitey. He the one sending our kids to kill each other, telling them I wouldn't take that if I was you. This one. But he telling us that kill Whitey. He Whitey. He darker than me, his hair nappier than mine, and he the white man. That's the heartbreakingest part of this whole drama. Because we've been so conditioned to believe that this racist agenda was being pushed by some people that don't look like us, and it was wrote as the protocols of the wise men of Zion by some people that look like us, but they not us. They not us. Albert Pike is a mulatto. George Washington, the real one, was from Barbados. The other George Washington, the third one, was the dude that wrote the Illuminati dude. What's his name? This is a lot of information I'm blocking because I don't want to do all this. I don't want to do this video. I don't want to talk about this political stage show. I'm sick of it. But anyway, I'm gonna tell you his name. Albert Pike, George Washington. He's the founder of the Illuminati, the Bavarian Illuminati. I can't remember his name right now. Adam Weishaupt. That's the other George Washington. So they take the writings of these three characters and the works of these three characters, and they ball them up in the ball, and then they send you one way to go chase after Adam Weishaupt. They send you another way to go chase after the Albert Pike George Washington. But the real George Washington is a Washita native from the land. I want to say more, but I can't use more because it's been hijacked as a catch term to include all of the people that look similar, and we ain't the same. We not the same. They don't vibrate on our frequency, right? So while they got us looking in all these misdirection, double cross, finger pointing, following the old switcheroo, half of us don't know that 80-year-old Joe Biden done grew almost a foot in a week and a half at his age. I ain't never heard of nobody growing a foot in no 2-3 weeks in puberty. How did sucker grow? Look, how did Jill Biden top her head go from being eye level to here? They showing y'all to wake up. Wake up. That's what they telling y'all. We are tricking you in your face. Wake up. Hello. This is so obvious. You can't miss it, but you miss it every time. Miss it every time. I ain't never seen no person over. Matter of fact, I never seen a human grow no whole foot in a month. I never seen it. I know a lot of tall people, but it took them some years to get that tall. None of them grew a foot in 1 month. None of them, especially no 80-year-old. 80-year-old broke down, decrepit old cripple. They can't even walk. All of a sudden, he's walking flawless now. They must have did some magical stuff to help him out. Because he didn't grew an inch, he stopped stumbling and stuttering. What's going on? We ain't catching that. All of a sudden, come on. Look, Kamala playing double dutch. 1 minute she in, 1 minute she out. That's called being flaky. Right? That's called being wishy-washy. That means she's getting whooped from pillar to post by somebody that's telling y'all that it's more than one Kamala Harris, and one of them a man dressed in drag. Y'all, they don't want to believe it. Just like they don't want to believe the Pope a drag queen, the Dalai Lama a drag queen, and all these other priests running around with these dresses on as drag queens, hijacking the priestesses of the earth. And if you don't get that, then you still stuck in the matrix, and you probably won't make it out of this in one piece, mentally, emotionally, nor psychologically, nor spiritually. If you ain't woke by now, when you don't see all of these people masquerading as the women of the earth so that they can usurp power and jurisdictional authority over you, you tricked, you trapped, you mentally, emotionally, spiritually trapped. It's a game. It's a whole game. And I ain't with it. I don't like it. And the only reason why I do what I do and go hard in the paint like I do is because I want to see my elders walking free before they breathe their last breath. I want to get them in these healing chambers so they can live another 50 years and make up for the 50 they lost in prison. This is sad. It's sad that we as a collective don't realize what's being done to us with these stage show events, energy harvesting blood rituals. That's all they is. They harvesting your energy in the blood ritual. And then you got people coming out. Look, I couldn't give two less than a drop of piss in the bucket what my neighbor doing, and they live right there. Why would I care what somebody on the other side of the country doing? I don't care. They overvalue my caring of somebody that I never seen before in order to attack me. Yeah, that's the chamber. There used to be a sarcophagus, but it come from Atlantean. That's why we don't have a lot of ancient skeletons, because we didn't die. We just go in and regenerate the avatar, reset it to optimum performance, and come out like we was when we was at our mental peak, our emotional peak, our